Okay, so the difference between a Bitcoiner and a normal person, and how to become an Uber Eats millionaire in 8 years. So Bitcoin is up today. So I've been wanting to do this video for a long time because I've been a Bitcoiner for a while. And I want to talk about, I was talking to Connor about this, Connor Sunderland, and I think I got him into the buying Bitcoin game. I don't know. So I'm going to tell you guys what we talked about, and maybe it'll help you. So the big difference between a Bitcoiner and a normal person, I don't really like the term Bitcoin maxi because like I own other stuff too, especially other equities. But I think the difference in the mindset is you make a lot of money in your job and your business, you get a tax break, like your tax returns, whatever. And the first thought that goes to your mind is my money isn't safe in cash. I need to put my money somewhere safe like Bitcoin. Like my money is safer in Bitcoin just because they can't make more of it. The government can't make more of it. They can't abuse it. And even though they can manipulate the price in the short term, in the long term, they can't. So when you start thinking about the world this way, you start to make financial decisions really differently. And the best way to do that is you go into Bitcoin dollar cost average. Just type that into your browser and just look at like any 4 years, like any 4 years ever, and see how much it goes up in a 4 year time frame. Because when you look at it, especially when you read headlines, it feels really scary. And the same way that like the newspaper kind of gaslights you to not invest in the stock market, because if you just like listen to CNN, you'd think like, why would anybody put their money in the stock market? It's always crashing. And it was like, and we saw that last month where like everybody was like tariffs, the world's gonna end, and now like the market's like basically recovered, not completely, but like most of the way. So you have to ignore the news and just look at numbers. And just be like, okay, every 4 years it goes up a lot. Like it's makes sense. And also, it does prepare you a lot for running a business because you start to get used to having huge swings. Because just like Bitcoin undergoes price discovery as more and more people say, hey, we think this is valuable. Hey, like you're going to go through price discovery too. You're going to have a lot of it's so over moments. You're going to have a lot of we are so back moments. You're going to have weeks where you're doing really, really well. You're going to have weeks where you're struggling. But when you look at it over time, over like a 4 year time frame, you're like, wow, I got so much done. I'm doing so. So I think psychologically, if you want to start a business, if you want to, write a book, do whatever your lifetime goals are, and you get used to having a lot of your net worth in Bitcoin and watching it go up and down, it does emotionally prepare you for you. You make a lot of money, you lose a lot of money, and you still feel the same the next day. So the risks that you want to take don't feel as risky because you look at over a longer time horizon. So the big benefit of Bitcoin is it psychologically gives you a lower time preference. So the it also prepares you for more agency, more responsibility. So a lot of things that we are planning to do, like homeschooling, we probably wouldn't have thought about, or especially a lot of the things that we've taken in our business, if we didn't have to learn to like self custody and be responsible and have multi signatures and backup and inheritance like stuff for Bitcoin. So just the process of owning it, taking care of it, and security, and just sort of becoming your own bank makes you a lot more responsible, even though in the beginning people just kind of get into it for the price. It also keeps you humble. So every day, like we'll make coffee at home, we'll do something, and then with the money that I saved, I'll just buy Bitcoin, like $30, $40, $50 a day. Like no matter what's going on in the business, like if things are going well, things are badly, and you every month we end the month with more Bitcoin than we started. It's always we're still winning. And also, it's more fun than buying things. So a big reason we invest is because when you invest in the stock market, it's not as exciting. Bitcoin goes up and down. People think you're crazy. Like it's in the news all the time. So it feels like a little bit like you're following like a pro wrestler or something. Like you're just like, well, let's go for this ride. It's also kind of it's sort of fun and exciting, but also boring. Because I look at Bitcoin as like it's almost like Facebook or something. Like you don't, it's not, there's nothing sexy about Facebook. Like you just put a little bit of your money in there, and it keeps your money safe when they inflate the money supply, which they will always do. And then why you should start today. So if you you go to AI, use any AI, and be like, hey, if I bought $30 of Bitcoin a day, like basically what you'd save money if you cooked at home a little bit or made coffee at home a little bit. Let's say you bought $30 of Bitcoin a day. How long would I have had to start to become a millionaire? And it's about 8 years. So if you'd have just started, you could have become an Uber Eats millionaire in 8 years just by buying Bitcoin instead of ordering Uber Eats. So all of that, you look at your Uber Eats, you add all that stuff up, you're like, whoa, really adds up. If you would have just bought Bitcoin with it and cooked at home, you'd be a millionaire now. So that's like, I remember when all the financial people like are like, well, don't worry about your coffee a day. If you love coffee, go buy coffee out. Don't worry about it's not going to make a difference in your future. And I was like, well, that's true for the normal stocks, but if you buy Bitcoin, yeah, it really does make a difference in your future. So I hope I inspired one of you to buy, to just make this a part of your life. It's not something super sexy, super exciting. Just put a little bit of your money away so that the government can't abuse it and steal from you and inflate it. And then you're going to be happy that you did it. And you just do it every day forever. You don't have to, it doesn't have to end. You give it to your kids. You can eventually you'll be able to borrow against it in a safe way, I'm sure. In about 5 years, I'm sure we'll have like really industry, like you'll get a loan for Wells Fargo against your Bitcoin if you need it. But you don't even need that. Just like keep it for a rainy day, and eventually you'll realize that you never need to sell it. But I hope this helped, and have a great day. I'll talk to you guys soon.